She didn't want to tell you twice.
If she's going to do the discipline, though, she used Daddy's razor strap. You know, if Daddy got, and you know that razor strap hung around the house a long time after Daddy went to the safety razor. You know, I just barely remember Daddy using that straight razor, you know, sharpening it on that leather strap, you know, shaving. But that strap hung around there a long time after Daddy switched to the safety razor. But the keenest little deal was the switch, you know. Now that was Mama's favorite weapon, I think. Just break a limb off the switch and kind of strip it down a little bit and use it. She got a lot of mileage out of switches.
Yeah, she would. She expected you to act right. And it wasn't like 10 warnings in a row. It was one warning, and that was enough. But she was fair about her discipline. When you got a whipping, you really needed it. So actually, my parents raised two families.
Indeed. 17 years after having their first child, Ada and Walker started their second family on March 10th, 1946, with the birth of Larry Paul.
Well, my name's Larry Murdock. My middle name is Paul. But I never was called that until, you know, there's some emergency. Then when I heard Larry Paul, that's when I come. I was born in Lawrenceburg, born in the old White House that stood on Granddaddy Road there. And it's not there anymore. But I was born in that house.
And we were crazy about him. You know, he was just. And any time our cousins or anybody that come with the baby or something, we were always me and Etold used to fight over which one was going to get a hold of. We wouldn't fight, but we'd fuss, you know, about it. And anyways, we really Larry was something else.
And on August 1st, 1953, Gary Lynn was born.
Granddaddy Road site was a great place to live, with the creek back there and the true woods. They weren't so deep of woods that you would get lost in them or anything like that. They were just a narrow strip of woods, the creek running through it, and the hillsides and the garden spots. And although garden spot had more rocks in it than it did anything else, I think. Mama still always wanted to have a garden every year. And we'd get mad having to hoe it, you know, with all those rocks in it. But had an old barn down there in the holler or down in the valley back behind the house. It was more like a shed. We raised had some chickens at one time, had some hogs. And I can remember one hog killing. And I can remember several chickens getting their necks wrung by Mama. And I remember that freaking out the neighbor kids to see the chicken without its head flopping around the yard.
And finally, over 27 years after they said their marital vows, Walker and Ada gave birth to their last baby on February 12th, 1955, Connie Darlene.
Connie and I was real close because we seemed like, you know, Larry was about six and a half, 7 years older than me. And so Connie and I were close, closer in age. And I remember being really proud of her.
Well, Connie had an opportunity to go professional. She could have. Some guy in Nashville took a liking to her and cut a record for her, and songs he wrote.